Hi guys, so I am here in your subscription box or whatever with a very random video. Where do you even start this? As you guys know, if you watch my channel, we live in Nashville, and more specifically we live in East Nashville, and we had a tornado come through our town 2 days ago. It was actually crazy. East Nashville wasn't hit as hard as some other parts, but the streets are still like, I mean, we've got so many destroyed buildings. It's actually crazy. And I got a lot of DMs from you guys asking, like, are you okay? What's going on? We're okay. I told you guys that on Instagram, but we came down today to see the destruction, like what really happened. And we were just saying it's crazy because it's actually worse than what it looked like online. Like we knew from certain shots that were being shared, like certain businesses and buildings that we frequent, like, okay, that one's down too. But we didn't know, or at least I didn't know till we started walking around here, that like it's really bad, that like a lot of the buildings, even if they're not flattened, are like partially destroyed, and there's just piles of rubble everywhere. Streets are shut down. So I think I just wanted to pop in this video not only to show you what's going on here in East Nashville, but also because I want to tell you guys like what the experience was like. It got really, really close to our house. We think that the tornado at one point was only a couple of blocks away. And the weird thing is, so my sister lives here in East Nashville as well, and it's like the tornado, like if my sister's house is here and we're here, it's like it went like in the middle of us. Like it didn't hit either of us, but it was so close.
It was way closer to her too. It was like a block away from her place.
Yeah, it was pretty terrifying. So I guess I'll just start now. My arm is starting to get tired, bless my heart. I'm gonna switch arms now. So we knew on the day of the tornado that things were potentially gonna get crazy, because I follow a guy here in Nashville called Nashville Severe Weather. If you live in Nashville and you don't follow him, you're seriously missing out, because he's the most reliable, always on it weather person. It's a Twitter feed. So he had been saying earlier in the day, hey, everybody, like, stay tuned. I think things are gonna get crazy tonight. We have a potential for, tornado. There's severe weather coming in hot. And I've lived here for 2.5 years now, and I've learned to take him very seriously, because he has never given a false alarm the entire time I've been here. And so I was saying to them, like, guys, I think it's gonna get crazy tonight. So that night we were up pretty late because his brother and wife, our sister-in-law, were in town visiting with their baby Isaiah. And so I told them, like, hey, things might get kind of crazy tonight. This guy that I follow is saying that, whatever. So we were up really late, way later than I normally would be. I have been going to bed at like 9 or 10 p.m. since having Logan. By the way, if I'm out of breath, we've been walking for a while. So we weren't upstairs in bed till like maybe 1-ish, something like that. And right as I'm starting to finally fall asleep, I'm like, you know what? I should probably go on Twitter and turn this guy's notifications on for all of them, just in case we need any kind of like alert. And so I turn on his notifications, I lay down, I start drifting off to sleep, and all of a sudden my phone starts going off. And he's tweeting in all caps, the tornado has touched down in downtown. Take cover now. And we live very close to downtown. Like, if you guys can see those buildings, that Batman building, that's downtown. So we were like, oh my gosh. Or I was like, oh my gosh, in my bed. They were all still awake, and they were actually, Dan was downstairs with his brother in front of the house with our neighbor, because it was a crazy storm outside. So I go running down, like, in my sports bra and little sleepy booty shorts, and I run outside and I'm like, guys, like, the tornado has touched down in downtown, like, it's getting crazy, whatever. And or maybe it was before that, it hadn't touched down yet. Either way, they weren't. I don't think it had either, because I think our neighbor,
we were just out watching the lightning storm at that point.
Yeah, I think maybe he was just warning, like, things are about to get crazy. And I came out and told them, and our neighbor was like, because it is rare, he was like, I don't think we're gonna have a tornado, we're way more likely to flood. And I was like, yeah, but I really trust Nashville severe weather, and he's freaking me out. So I think I went back in at that point, and I think that's when the alert came through that it had touched downtown. And then I ran out to them, told them, everybody kind of like dispersed. And then I think a few minutes later is when I got the tweet alert in all caps that said, East Nashville, get down, take cover, it's coming through. And I'm like watching his tweets come, like, oh my gosh, my sister-in-law comes running out of the room. She's like, are we okay? And I told him that I low-key, like, what's the word? Kind of went into shock because I remember not really being able to answer her and kind of running back and forth. I was like, like I wasn't even sure what to do yet. Like, grab the boys. I had Logan in the bedroom. I didn't even know what to do first. And so she runs in and grabs her little baby and goes running downstairs and gets in the closet. And that's pretty much the point, because he had said in all caps, East Nashville, get down, it's coming through. I at that point ran up, grabbed Logan, like literally ran up the stairs, swooped him into my arms, came running down and crawled in the closet with Marlene, Isaiah, the pups, and we just like huddled in a corner and hugged our babies. Now it was kind of crazy because I'm telling you, Marlene and I could feel it in our bones that the tornado was close, and we didn't know until later like exactly how close, but we were right in our guts that it was really, really close. So no wonder we were terrified, shaking in the closet, just listening to the Nashville severe weather live stream. And it was crazy because I was like, this is really going down. But the boys were not in the closet with us. They were actually outside of the house. I don't know if this is where you want to jump in or you just want me to summarize.
We were just keeping watch. We were just outside in the front. Because we just wanted to be aware of what was going on. So, lightning storm, was raining, and then all of a sudden it got really quiet. And we kind of were like, whoa. And then a huge gush of wind came, and there was hail, I think. I don't remember. Maybe it was just rain. But it was really strong, so we were like, okay, I guess it's time to get in. So we got in, and that's when we met you guys in the closet.
Yeah, I mean, this story for us is very anticlimactic because we're safe, nothing happened. At the same time, living it, especially being from a state that literally never has tornadoes, is actually terrifying, and especially considering like how close of a call it was. It was crazy, like on the map and seeing the streets. And actually our church wasn't destroyed, but it was pummeled up a little bit. We're just really, really grateful that we were okay. Like I know I'm sounding dramatic. I can't even tell you how much I thought, oh, this is for sure going down, because I was watching his updates and I was like, this is way too close. It's coming towards us. And our house does not exactly give off the vibes of being tornado proof by any means. Like, we don't have a basement. We had nowhere to really go, like I said, except for that downstairs closet, which if you watch all of my day in my life and you saw the one where I was organizing with like the vacuums and stuff downstairs, that's the closet.
The only place that's not close to a window.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that's, like I said, kind of that's pretty much it. It was crazy too, to come out and be like, wow, like, thank you, Lord, that we are okay and that our house didn't get hit.
And the babies weren't freaking out.
Oh my gosh, that was another blessing, because
you did a good job.
Thanks, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have lost it if the babies were screaming and crying. Like, I don't think I would have remained as calm as I stayed if the babies were screaming, because fun fact about me, I don't do well with baby screams. But yeah, I think the craziest part of this is kind of like, we're almost we're almost 3 days out now from this happening, and it's like I hadn't really left the house, so coming to this realization of like what was really damaged, like it's kind of everywhere. And that's, I think, what I didn't expect. I thought it was just a couple of buildings. I didn't think that like everything was low-key damaged.
There's lots of trees around here, so there's trees, big trees on top of houses, on top of cars, in the really densely populated neighborhoods where our church is. So
It's crazy. And this is only the third time that a tornado, you know, that they have documented has ever come through Nashville. The first one was in the 1930s. The next one was in the 90s. And then this, so it's just, this isn't necessarily a super common tornado path. And obviously it's a very populated city. And yeah, the 2 people last I heard were passed away here in East Nashville. Most of the fatalities took place outside of Nashville in another county because the tornado ended up going a total of like 50 miles. So I'm just really grateful. And I just wanted to film this video to kind of explain to more people what happened, because I've been getting so many texts and DMs of people just being so sweet and checking in on us. And I just wanted to tell the story here. I mean, my poor sister-in-law, side note, she's pregnant, so she has her baby and she's pregnant, and that was definitely a lot of too much panic for a pregnant lady. But once again, I couldn't be more grateful. And
speaking of babies, our babies in the car with our sister. So.
Oh yeah, we're out today to run some errands, go to the grocery store, and one of the grocery stores we went to, the Turnip Truck here in East Nashville, is right next to a big chunk of damage.
Narrowly got missed.
It narrowly got missed.
All this street jacked up. This side of the street super jacked, except for this one area that got missed. So.
Dude, crazy. I will say this is a totally random thought that just popped in my head. Yeah, tornadoes sound like freight trains. When we were in the closet, we could hear like rumbling, loud noises, and that was a big part of what added to the scariness. I don't know why I'm bringing that up again. We're at the end of this story. I was just like reminiscing, that's not the right word, but thinking back on everything, and I was just thinking about how scary that noise was. So yeah, I'm out of breath. We're going back to the truck now. Gonna continue running our errands. But yeah, that's all. All right, guys. I will see you back here soon, hopefully, with another video, and that's all. All right, bye guys.